Hello, this week's presentation focuses on perspectives on formal organizations. So what is a formal organization? A formal organization is a collectivity of people with a high degree of formal structure working together to meet common goals. So a lot of different organizations that we have been part of or that we are currently part of meet this definition, including different social service agencies. So let's look at different theoretical perspectives that help us define what formal organizations are or the goal of formal organizations from different perspectives. So rational perspective says that formal organizations are goal-directed, purposely designed machines. So the focus of rational perspective, according to rational perspective, is that formal organizations are efficiency, obtaining high ratio of output to input, achieving the best outcome from the least investment of resources. And so according to this, organizations can be designed with structure and processes that maximize efficiency and effectiveness. So this is the main goal, to design structures and processes that maximize efficiency and effectiveness. Then we have rational perspective. Continuation here. It says that the ideal bureaucracy is the most efficient form of organization for goal accomplishment. There is a clear hierarchy and chain of command in these types of organizations. There is a clear division of labor based on specialized skills, formal rules of operation, formal and task-oriented communication, merit-based recruitment and advancement, and files and records of administrative purposes. So again, this is a type of organization that uses this type of perspective. So the goal is directed towards maximizing internal efficiency, and it is widely adopted by both industry and government, and first in the US and then globally. And the principles of this theory are that time and motion studies to find the best way to perform organizational tasks, scientific selection and training of workers, training that focus on performing tasks in a standardized one best way, close to managerial monitoring of workers to ensure accurate implementation of tasks and to provide appropriate rewards for compliance, and managerial authority over planning and decision making without challenge from workers. So system perspective builds on the fundamental principle that the organization is constant interaction with multiple environments, including the social, political, economic, cultural, technological. So this is the focus of this perspective. Theories of system perspective has two primary models. One is called a political economic model, and it focuses on the dependence of organizations on their environments for necessary resources and the impact of organizations. So this model focuses on two types of resources necessary to organizations, including political resources, which includes legitimacy and power, and economic resources. So the greater the dependence of the organization on the environment for either of these types of resources, the greater influence the environment will have on the organization. The other model is called the learning organization theory model, and it's developed on the premise that rational planning is not sufficient for an organization to survive in a rapidly changing environment. Formal organizations have to become complex systems capable of constant learning. Then we have the interactional or interpretive perspective. So this perspective shares two basic premises. One is that organizations provide members with a sense of connection and meaning, and organizations reflect the worldviews of the creators. They are social constructions of reality and created by ongoing interactions and emerging relationships. And as part of this perspective, we have three different models here. One of them is the social action model, which emphasizes the active role of individuals or individual organizational actors in creating the organization. And this model suggests that the portrayal of human behavior as free and undetermined failed to acknowledge the influence of cultural scripts and the tendency of humans to see their behavior as freer than it is. Then we have the organizational cultural model, which focuses on organizations as cultures whose members have shared experiences that produce shared meanings or interpretations. Organizational culture is made up of language, slogans, symbols, rituals, stories, and ceremonies, but also the mundane routine day-to-day activities. Thirdly, we have the managing diversity model. This contemporary organizations cannot be successful unless they learn to manage diverse populations. And diversity is a permanent, not transitory feature of contemporary life. And the purpose in managing diversity is to maximize the advantage of diversity while minimizing its disadvantages. Then we have the critical perspective, and this emphasizes that, or they critique the existing power arrangements in organizations, and they pose that organizations are instruments of exploitation and domination, and that they pose also that the most powerful members of the organizations usually are the ones who have a greater advantage. Some of the theories of critical perspective include organizations as multiple oppressions. And this poses that organizations are social constructions that exclude and discriminate against categories of people. Oppression happens through a variety of processes, including marginalization, domination, and subordination, degradation, ignoring, harassment, invisibilizing, silencing, punishing, and disciplining, and violence. So multiple oppressions are usually embedded in organizational life. This is what this theory says. Then we have the 9 hierarchical organizations. Organizations, like other human collective efforts, should be based on non-hierarchical power, energy that comes from egalitarian interactions of people and ideas. And finally, we have technology and social service organizations. Technology sophisticated organizations benefit from greater access to government funds, and results of research has shown positive outcomes from technology supported interventions. However, the use of technology raises questions about confidentiality and access for all populations. So these are also some ideas that come from this perspective. So I hope this is helpful and that you can be able to interpret and be able to apply some of these theories in this week's discussion. Thank you so much and have a great week.